welcome to art class, and today we're gonna do the St. Basils Cathedral. So the first thing you want to do is you want your paper to be up and down, north and south, tablet, not TV. We don't want a horizontal, we want it up and down, not left and right, okay? So now the next thing we want to do is we're actually going to be folding our paper to give us these creases that are going to help us draw our artwork. Here is the example of what we are drawing today. All right, and so the first thing I want you to do actually is take your paper and I want you to fold. Now remember, this is a pre-recorded video, so if I go too fast, all right, you can always click pause. All right, so now I'm going to fold long ways, and then I'm going to take the bottom of my paper and I'm going to fold up. Ta-da! And there you have it. Now I have this rectangular shape. That's what yours should look like. And now I'm going to open it back up. And you're going to see that I have a nice big cross with 4 rectangular shapes in my paper. This is going to help us with being our guide to draw. Today I'm using a Sharpie. You should use a pencil, but when you finish, you can trace it with a Sharpie or a black marker or a black crayon to make it pop. It's your choice though. If you don't like that look, it's okay because this drawing actually looks really nice just being colored in with pencil and crayon or marker. All right, so to get started, here is my middle point right here, right? This is where the 2 lines cross. That is my middle point. So I'm going to take my pencil, I'm going to scoot over to the left, and I want to make a diagonal line going up. And I'm right here almost to the middle point. Then I'm going to make a bridge to cross it over and go back down. So I have a shape like this. The next step is I'm going to go to each of these corners and I'm going to draw a line up, another line up. And you want them to be even. So if you can see, this one's a little bit short, so maybe a little line there. And now I'm going to use this middle point as my guide to draw a teardrop. So I'm going to draw a teardrop curving here, and half is here. It's almost like drawing an upside down heart, but we're not going in right here, right? We're just going to connect out and connect back in. Now it almost looks just like my Sharpie pen, doesn't it? Kind of silly. All right, but trust me on this. It will look nice when we're done. All right, now you see this crease line right here? We're going to add wavy lines. We're going to start right before this line here, like this. Okay, so there's my wavy lines. And each of the sides, they go off a little bit off of this diagonal line we drew. Now, really important, I don't want a floating building. When you take a picture of the top of a building, it doesn't just float, it doesn't stop. It runs off the page, and we want to do the same exact thing for our church because we're only drawing the top of St. Basils Cathedral, okay? So what you want to do is you want to take this line here going straight down and go to the other side and go straight down. And there you have it, okay? So that's the first top of our building. And now we're going to add 2 parts here. So we're going to add those teardrops that you see, those domes on the side on the top of the church. We're going to add 2 of them right here. Okay. So on the left-hand side, I want you to make a teardrop that goes like this, up and over. Ta-da! And it should land right about here in the middle of your other building. And now you want to make sure this one is the same exact size of this one. You already have a starting point with the folded line here. But take your pencil and just kind of jog across without drawing and make a tiny little dot so you know that's where it stops. I'm going to go to the top of this line, go right in the middle, and I'm going to draw another teardrop. Ta-da! That one's a little wonky, but who's judging me? All right, so now I'm going to draw lines going down here and lines going down here. So they're going to have like posts, and you want them to be equal length. They're kind of parallel. Yes, they are parallel lines, and they are social distancing, so they have a fair distance in between. There we go. There's our 2 lines. Now, instead of waves, it's backwards day for these guys. We're going to do cloud lines. But before we do that, I actually want to add another teardrop right in the middle here. So right in the middle of this building, follow this crease and do the same thing. teardrop, with this being the half point, and go teardrop on the other side. Add straight lines, same thing here. And now let's make our cloud lines. So same thing, start right on the outside of this line. Cloud line, cloud line, cloud line. Cloud line, cloud line, cloud line. Cloud line, cloud line, cloud line. Okay, there we go. Straight line down, straight line down. Short, not super long here. The next step is to draw a rectangle underneath, and it starts on the outside of that shape you just made too. See? And it runs off the page. You see, it's not floating, it's going right off the edge of my page. Line across and down, down. Line across, down, down. All right, now we're gonna put a cherry on top. Ready? Circle, line, circle, line, circle, line. Only on the bottom three, not this one. Next, we're going to add just a line like this underneath. Okay. And here we're going to do some more wavy lines. So just do wavy, 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 or actually cloud lines, excuse me. Cloud lines underneath. Try to have them touching and connecting. They don't have to be perfect, but make sure you don't draw over the other line. I'm turning my paper on the side so I can get it a little bit more perfect. Although, hey, I tried, right? Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to add actually a line here and a line here. Parallel lines, right? They're friends, they're best friends, but they're social distancing. They're close, but not too close. I accidentally made a little dot there. And now I'm going to add some line patterns, because remember those cool line patterns we saw on this church? So I'm going to go curving to the right here, and I'm going further out and wider, connecting from side to side of my teardrop. All the way down. And same thing for here, but we're going to the left. So we're going to go the opposite direction. Okay. Clean this up since I went off the edge a little bit. There we go. And now this one is actually going to be both. What do I mean by that? I'm going to go to the right first. And now I'm going to switch it over and go to the left. What happens is I start cross-hatching, which is a technique that we use in art. And it makes this checkerboard look. All right, now up on the top, we're going to add some more design here. This one up top, we're going to just swirl to the right. All right, and then down here, excuse me, I'm a little jittery, too much coffee today. All right, and then I'm going to make straight lines. And for this part, I'm going to just go out. So I'm going to make lines, but I'm going to go in the direction of these diagonal lines. So I'm going out, 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 out. All right, now down at the bottom here, I want you to make a line that connects to these cloud lines, the points. You see how it does it? It kind of closes them off. And then I'm going to make zigzag lines like this, up, down, up, down. It's my favorite part. It's so fun. Add 3 lines inside these posts, 1, 2, 3, for a little detail. And the last thing we're going to do is just draw a line like this at the top of this part of the building. And there you have it. You did it! Yay! So now what you can do is you can color your cathedral. Now remember, the building was this brown color, right? And then the tops were all these beautiful, bright, bold colors. So you can have fun with adding all the colors you want, all right? But just keep in mind, you want it to look similar, all right? So good job today, and can't wait to see your artwork. See you later.